Pilot time here, guys. Welcome to Bogota, Colombia, where the field elevation is 8,400 feet. It's kind of the theme today is high altitude takeoff and landings using the FSiPanel 2020 from Microsoft Flight Simulator. And my frames per second look pretty slow there, didn't they? I don't like the way my drone's moving around. Okay, we're just finishing up boarding here at Bogota. As I mentioned, we're going to do the FSiPanel 2020. I'm not going to go through the whole FSiPanel setup and program. Just suffices to say that I'm a big believer. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. In FSiPanel. It's kind of bouncing around there, wasn't it? Anyway, welcome to Bogota. And we're on our way to Pereira. It's a short flight, but it's going to be a very difficult one. There's an RNAV departure, RNAV arrival, with a possible go-around. Climbing out of here, upon reaching an altitude of, remember, at 8,400 feet, 9,200, so at 800 power, they want you to initiate the turn. We'll be in nav anyway, which is straight ahead. But the power will come back to climb and maintain a climb rate of V2 plus 10 with flaps and slats in the takeoff configuration at 11,000. Maintain a positive rate of climb, and at 12.5 accelerate to 310 or above 250. So we're going to go thrust reduction at 800, V2 plus 10 all the way up to 11,000, which is only at 8,400 feet, 2,600 above the ground, and then we don't want to accelerate to above 250 to 12.5. Remember, the terrain is at 8.4, so that's only 4,000 feet above the terrain. Transition altitude's 18,000, so 19 is our first flight level going out. Transition level is the same thing. That's that. We'll talk about taxiing out here. We are going to push back, nose to the southeast, and go out Bravo 9 to Alpha, holding point 32. It's a big runway. I'm going to use max power though with packs on. JP gives a whole write-up on here on the sim brief. I've flown in the MD-11 and did a great job. I've flown in this and did not do a good job. I'm going to try it again. He mentions not to put in the star, but put in the only the approach. I'm putting in the star this time to the approach off Donby instead of Isnox. Donby instead of Isnox. Let me show you what I got in the box. So we've got the flight plan. This is the Isnox 2 Sierra out to Isnox. Then I have the Isnox 1 Echo. He said just do the approach with the transition. Didn't work for me. I'm going to try going out to the other IAF, which is Donby, and from there flying the approach. So a little different this time, and see if it does a better job. I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong, but I do have to set up one thing here. We've got a 1-2000 on the altitude. That clicked because 8,000 is the field elevation. That's why that went off. And 315. The rest of the origination pre-flight is complete. The box is complete. In the secondary, I have loaded up the ILS to 32, which is the runway we're taking off, because there's an engine out. It's mountainous terrain. Remember, he said V2 plus 10. That should be, it's 163 is V2, so that's 173. I'm going to go 180 for a nice round number. We can preset. You know what? I'm not going to bother presetting here. We'll just work it out here as we go, because I don't want it accelerating too quickly. All right. Let's go back in the box. So we've got that to the RNAV, which we'll talk about later. Secondary flight plan, I've got the approach back in on the runway we're taking off on, and the missed approach first point off the missed approach is B0503. So I have B0503 in the Prague, so it'll be showing up on the flight plan as a circle. So in the event of an engine loss, we'll go there and then head north until we can get the secondary active, activate the secondary, and go direct to that point and fly the published missed approach. That's my engine out plans. The truth is, you'd have this special qual airport. I did it in the Airbus when I was with American Airlines, and I also did it on the 75 with a Czech airman. So it would be a complex airport. I'm not going to go over the FSiPanel stuff. I've got a bunch of things going for me here. I'm going to assume you guys have watched a lot of my video, a lot of JP's video. All I can say is FSiPanel is the bomb. So I'm going to start it up, and let's get going to Pereira on a high altitude. Pereira is a short runway, 6,200 feet, with a tree off the approach end. It's crazy. It really is. You would never be able to land there in these conditions. So there we go. We're at Bogota, runway 32. Everything is set up in accordance with the FSiPanel. As I mentioned, we will not go over that, the basic instruction. Avianca 8515. Look at this beautiful flight plan. And head on over there. I'm going to keep it VMC weather. Let's download the scenario pack. As always, you want to put in 2345 as for ATIS. That's always 2345 here. And let's see what they got to say. Information. They're done boarding.
1,000 feet. Temperature 20. Dew point tone 2. QNH1018. Transition level flight level 1. This is Bogota Airport information mic. Landing runway 32 left ILS approach. Departure runway 32 right. Wind 270 degrees at 18 knots. Visibility 10 kilometers or more. Clouds scattered 3,000 feet. Scattered 6,000 feet. Temperature 20. Dew point tone 2. QNH1018. Transition level flight level 190. Acknowledge received Bogota Airport information mic on first contact.
Alright, so I put guard over here. That was ATIS. We got clearance over here. Let's get clearance. Bogota clearance. This is Avianca 8515, gate 47, information Mike. Request IFR clearance to Pereira. And clearance is on a 21.6. And 21.6, there we go. How about that? Bogota clearance, Avianca 8515, gate 47. Information Mike, request clearance to Pereira.
Good morning, Avianca 8515, door clear to Pereira as filed. Runway 32 right, East Knox to Sierra departure. Climb initially 2000 feet and squawk 3215.
Avianca 8515, cleared to Pereira is filed. Runway 32 right, East Knox to Sierra departure. Climb initially 2000 feet, squawk 3215. There's the squawk, there's the altitude, and it's as filed.
Avianca 8515, the readback is correct. 4 pushback, contact ground and 121 decimal 8, adios.
21.8 pushback, adios, Avianca 8515. Alright, go back in here. And 21 tower is 18.1, get that preset. I love these new radios. I'm not going to give you a briefing. I've done it on my other videos on this. So my other videos, I take you through the whole FSiPanel, the whole origination pre-flight. This one we're going to do it like everyone knows what's going on with that FSiPanel and that. So let's go to our checklist. And if you don't know about it, I got a little automatic co-pilot helper for start checklist. And when you do that, you'll see the fuel pumps come on. You'll see the beacon goes to nav, seatbelt sign on. There are the fuel pumps. He put the probe heat on. It usually goes on after engine start, but we'll let him do that. Pretty cool, huh? All right, let's give him a call. Bogota ground, Avianca 8515, gate 47, information Mike. Request pushback start engines.
Buenas tardes, Avianca 8515. Push and start approved, facing southeast on spot 12.
Parking is too small.
Push and start approved, facing southeast spot 12, Avianca 8515. All right, so we talked a little bit about the SID. I want to, while we're getting ground crew ready here, guys, I know I should have had them ready already. SID, Isnox to Sierra.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
9,200 foot power reduction will be in nav. We've got a couple of at or aboves, that's not a problem. 509, 12,000 here at 549. And you want to maintain between V505, between 12 and 14, but under 14 until it turns complete, eventually going up to Isnox 18,000, eventually all the way out to Isnox. We'll pick up the arrival from there. All right, so taxi, let's get a taxi diagram, get ourselves an airplane showing there. There we are.
Looking here.
And it sounds like they're almost ready. So let's go to the checklist. Make sure we got everything. You've got Here we go. Cockpit prep, fuel quantity, takeoff data, air landing elevation. Oh, you know what? Didn't set that. Did not set that. It's all the way up at 4,000 feet. 4,400 feet is our landing elevation. Let me go here. We can see a little better. Hence the need for a checklist, right? And by the way, see that 20 degrees right there, TAT? I had to go on the Microsoft weather and it was at 4. JP warned you about that, and bump it up to 20 degrees Celsius because Microsoft Flight Simulator does it for the 0 elevation. So 44, it has trouble with that, gives you standard. So here we go. But it might think we need de-icing or something. Nose left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at wing.
I'll make sure here something, guys. Ground equipment. Yeah, it's all good. We're clear to start. Uh-oh. See that slide not armed? What's this? Let's go outside. I bet the slide is blown. Happens to me all the time. It's a glitch. Obviously we didn't blow the slide. So what you do, it's good. We'll show you this. I have figured this out. We come in here and we go to ground equipment. Not arm all doors, that won't work. So we have to go to maintenance, aircraft maintenance, reset emergency slides. And now the door slide is armed and you can see that it's up. Yeah, that's a glitch. So right up. Okay, let's go frontwards and go low overhead. We're going to start engines. So we're going to go crank A because I'm flying captain. Start number 2 first. Pressure is good, above 25. That used to not be. So, works now. Start valves open. We're going to look for a good high oil pressure. There it comes. Above 15%, look for max motoring. EGT's below 100. Once we bring up the start fuel level, we got 25 seconds to get a EGT. And we have the EGT. Mark to set. Then we're going to look for 246812. 246812. Around 20%, around 400, around 60%. 8 the oil means the oil went down a little. There it goes. It actually did go down a little. So around 20, 40, and at 45%, we check the start valve closed, and there it goes. 2, 4, 6. Oil dropped down a little, and 1200. We're going to be a little above 12. We're more like 1700 because we're at high altitude. So that this way you don't make sure the throttle is at idle and you're not stuck in flight idle. Let's go up here. Start valves open. Pressure is good, above 25. Please set parking brakes. Thought I did, guys.
Waiting your confirmation for
Let's
a
get
good
rid of this
engine
guy.
start.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
All right, there's max motoring. 25 seconds to get a light off. We got it. We have good oil pressure, or else we wouldn't have brought the fuel lever up. Yeah, looking for 20, 40. So I have like 7,000 or 8,000 hours in this engine on the MD-11, the Airbus, and the 300. So they're all the same. 2, 4, 6. Look for the oil gulp, and then 1200 on the fuel flow. Otherwise, check your throttles at idle, or maybe you're stuck in approach idle. Good little technique. 2, 4, 6. That looks normal, and 1200 on the fuel flow looks more like 1500 with the high altitude. By the way, we're going to do a max power takeoff. This thing has not been.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Let's go after start checklist. After start. With that, we come up here. You'll see the APU go off. Do a takeoff normal check. I'm going to go flaps. I'll go into 15. Spoilers are armed. Flaps are coming to 15. Go to config page. Flight control page. Wrong airplane. Let's go outside, see if they're giving us a salute yet. There they are. I'm going to flash a taxi light at them. There they go. Alright, checking the rudders. Holding on to the nose with the steering while I do it. Check the ailerons and spoilers. Check the elevators. Yeah, I'm a little bit disheartened, guys. I've tried this twice, coming in over Isnox for the arrival, and it didn't work. So I'm going to try it coming in over Donby and see if that works. JP in his instructions said just don't put in the only the approach for the transition, but not the star. But I don't know, didn't work out. So let me see this. I'm gonna try it this way. After star, pitch trim, rudder trim, spoilers, slats flap, ECAN status was checked, and as normal hand signals. I gave him a salute. And before takeoff, flight controls set, flight instruments briefing, slats flaps, takeoff configuration, normal for takeoff, transponder is set. We did that. TARA. Remember, they push back a lot of times on TA. We always go to TARA. Auto brake is max. Ignition is required. And let's see. Taxi procedures. That would have put on the auto brakes. All right, let's go. I like that thing. And ground Avianca 8515 taxi.
Avianca 8515, taxi holding point 32 right via Charlie, Bravo 9 and Alpha.
Holding point 32 right, Charlie, Bravo 9 Alpha, Avianca 8550. There it goes. All right, clear left, clear right, and I have a salute. Let's go. Bravo 9, Alpha's the second right. And here we go. Charlie, Bravo 9, Alpha holding point all the way down. Two things that I didn't get in the last two takeoffs I did here. I didn't get auto throttles. It didn't engage, which I didn't really understand. I'm going to go arm the nav, guys. There we go. So I'm not really sure why that is, but it is. So high altitude takeoff, a couple of things. Slower acceleration, right? You're at 8,500 feet. Imagine if you were flying at 8,500 feet. You're not going to get your 15 to 20 degrees of pitch on takeoff. It's going to be more like 8 to 10. I've been taking off the last two takeoffs I did here that did not work out on the RNAVs. The airplane basically didn't know where it was. It knew in nav, it did not know in the vertical. The flight track indicator was inaccurate. I did come in, I just took over visually and came in, had to go around, and it was just so messed up I didn't bother making the video. This one, I'm going to hope coming in this way we have a little better navigation guidance. Yeah, so if you do a good job, JP might post it as a YouTube example. I've had several that have come out really well, and I've sent them to him either on the Mad Dog or this thing, and he's posted them. He's reviewed them, and he thinks they meet his standards. He posts them under a YouTube video example. But I certainly didn't do on the first two. Everything went real well up until takeoff, and really on takeoff I didn't get TOGA. I went and hit the TOGA switch, it didn't arm. Nothing was working. Finally got the auto throttles working after cleanup, so I just kind of hand flew it. But remember, we're going to go climb power at 800 feet. We're going to go at 11,000, which is 9,200. At 11,000, which is 2,600 AFL, we're clear to start cleaning it up. And it's V2 plus 10 until then. We'll go 180. And then above 12.5, you can accelerate past 250, which is really only 4,000 feet above the ground. So those are the things unique to this departure. Transition altitude is 18,000, which means 19 is our first flight level. We have to come back in here. We're going to activate the secondary. We're going to go direct to B0503, and that takes us straight out and get the secondary active and fly the engine out with a missed approach for flight attendants. Prepare for takeoff, please. Get the PA going for runway 32 right. That's taxi. This is a lineup flow. Landing lights, packs on, lights on.
Avionka 8515, contact tower 118.1. Buona tarde, and yours.
821, buona tarde. Avianca 8550. Tower Avianca 8515 is ready for takeoff on runway 32 right.
Buenos dias, Avianca 8515. Runway 32 right. Line up and wait.
Line up and wait, 32 right. Buenos dias from Avianca 8515. My final's clear, line up and wait. So we're going to do lineup checklist. Lineup flow. It gets all the lights on for us. And I ding the flight attendants with cycling the no smoking sign. You see it did a takeoff normal check. Yeah, let's hope we get a TOGA here. I haven't ever had a problem with it before. Something's going on with it. And it's only been on this runway, so I don't know if it has something to do with the high altitude or the preset weather package or simulated, you know. I hesitate to write it up because I make the SS 32 right, by the way. I assume it's something I'm doing wrong. There's a headwind according to
Avianca 8515, wind 270, 19 knots, runway 32 right, cleared for takeoff.
Clear for takeoff, 32 right, Avianca 8515. All right, clear for takeoff. All right, there's 40%. Let's see how it goes. I clicked it. Is it going up? Nope. Let's just put the throttles up all the way. We'll have to do a manual takeoff. I wouldn't even abort for this, guys. We're more than capable of flying this airplane manually. Thrust set. We're not going to get a thrust blue. Try to turn on the auto throttles here. Nope, it doesn't work. 80 knots. Cross cockpit acceleration. Yeah, I tell you, I've been doing a reduced power takeoff the last two, and it was not accurate. It was lifting off at 1,000 feet and 10 knots below VR. This one's a lot better. V1 rotate is V163. There it is. Nice and easy, because you're only going up to 8 to 10 degrees. All right, there's positive brake, gear up. It's nabbing it. What I'm going to do here, guys, is go level change. And that way we'll maintain 180 going out. Autopilot's on.
Avianca 8515, contact Bogota approach 121.3. Buona tarde, adios.
121.3, buona tarde, Avianca 8550. 21.3. Nope. 121.3. Come on. Back in here. Need 11,000. We can start accelerating. There's 11,000. Let's go to profile. Approach Avianca 8515 is level at 12,000.
Buenos dias, Avianca 8515. Identified, climb via SID, 18,000 feet, 18,000 feet.
Climb via SID, 18,000 feet, Avianca 8515. Climb via SID, 18,000. Let's go up to 1,000, 18,000. Level change. What is going on here, guys? Look at the power all the way back. Yeah, that's wrong. So I don't know what's going on with this silliness. That's not me. That is definitely this airplane. when I went to profile, it's no reason for it. It's going all the way back to idle. So yeah, something's messed up on this thing. So we're above 12.5, so we can go now to profile. But we got a little problem in that we're supposed to maintain 14 until this point right here. So I think I'll do that. 18,000 is in there. I'm going to do after takeoff checklist. I'll disarm the spoilers. All right, so we're going to maintain 14 until we're by this point. So I think the way I'll do that is just go like this. Easy does it. And zero out the radio altimeter, the vertical speed. When I complete this turn, I'm clear to climb up to 18. Now, why it's decided to do this, I don't know. We can accelerate for sure. Yeah, that's what it's been doing. Did you notice I had to turn the auto throttles on? They didn't click on. For takeoff, they didn't click on, and I don't know. I had it in max power, TOGA power. It did do climb when I went profile. It went climb power, but the rest of it didn't know where it was. I got a feeling it's not going to work out very well, but we're going to give it a shot. Maintaining 14, and he chose to climb via the SID. And it says to maintain 14 until you finish the turn. Get the heading bug on over there. And let's go ahead and profile. Don't know why it's slowing on down to 250 because the box did not have 250 TAC mode. Flight plan 250 to 14. Oh, it's 250 to 14 right here. So we're supposed to accelerate after that. All right. So profile should work now. Nope. $250 until 505. 505 is already behind us. It doesn't know. It doesn't know, fellas. $16 for 18. Yeah, I'm not impressed with the profile on this thing. I'm just not. I have 5,000 hours on this airplane in real life, but it was a long time ago. So it's entirely possible it's something I'm doing wrong, but I've had the takeover manual and the takeoffs on the last 3 now. Might be this, before I get criticizing the airplane, I should go try something else after takeoff.
Avianca 8515, contact Bogota Center 128.6, adios.
286, adios, Avianca 8515. Should go 28.6, there it is. Bogota, Avianca 8515, leveling at 180. 18,000.
Avianca 8515, Bogota, Buenos Dias. Maintain 18,000 feet, QNH 1018, and expect runway 26 at Pereira.
Maintain 18,000 feet, 1018. We'll expect 26 at Pereira, Avianca 8515. What is with this thing? It's missing this altitude. So it is sloppy today. Missed the 12,000 initially. With the autopilot on, it's missing this one. It's going back down. So we got ourselves a sloppy airplane. The new revision came out last night. Don't know if it has anything to do with that. I'm entirely up to the fact that it might be me, but I don't. In this case, I don't think so. It usually is me. But let's go to Pereira. We're going to look at the star. Briefly approaches. Pereira. Star. And we're going to do the ISNOC 2 Echo right here. Go down to the box. ISNOC's at 18, between 18 and 15, max 250, okay? We'll slow it down when we get there. There it is, 250, and let me just get this up a little bit. And then you got 811 at 230 and 15, 811, 230 and 15, 805 above 15, 809 at 210, 210, 810, above 13, 901 between 13 and 12, 901 between 13 and 12, 903 above 11, 903 above 11, 210. Long, slow approach, guys. 806 at above 9, 806 above 9. And then Donby at 210 and 8. Donby at 210 and 8. And then it's going to be the RNAV, 226, Donby transition. So before I was coming in over ISNOCs and coming in and flying this approach right here. It did not work out. So I'm going to try going all the way around to Donby, coming in that way, and see if it works any better. Donby at 8 and 210. Serva at 8. It's 8. 14 at 210 and 8. Looks good. 915 at 190. 190. 916. And then 917 at 160, 160 and above 7,500, all the way around to going down to 4950 at 918, 4950 at 918, and at 4780 on the approach. 4780, flaps 30, 132 final. Let's go down here and get the ATIS guys.
.018, transition level flight level 190. Acknowledge received Pereira Airport information Oscar on first contact. This is Pereira Airport information Oscar, runway in use 26, wind 280 degrees at 17 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or more, cloud scattered 3,000 feet. Scattered 7,000 feet, temperature 18, dew point 12, QNH1018, transition level flight level 190, acknowledge received Pereira Airport information Oscar on first contact.
All right, information Oscar, we got that. 1018's the altimeter, good weather. Put this back over
This
the
is
guard.
Pereira Airport information Oscar, runway in use 26. Wind 280 degrees at 17 knots, visibility 10 kilometers or more, cloud scattered 3,000 feet, scattered 7,000 feet, temperature 18, dew point 12.
There we go. All right. Let's do the approach checklist. There is one. Have to take off, we did that. Approach signs. Yeah, we come to the overhead. Probably leave the lights on. At American, we keep our lights on below 18. I'd leave those on. Strobes are all on. Make a PA. Turn the seatbelt sign off for a little while. Tell them we're going to be landing shortly. Give them the weather. It is a short runway, guys. Come back in here. Taxi. 6,200 foot runway, and there's trees right off the approach end. So we'll go 30, 40, and auto brakes will be medium. We get there, probably get hot brakes, get the brake fans on right away after landing. And it's a backtrack situation, real tight turn. Come back in Alpha and find gate 1. So it's a 6,200 foot runway, but it's only on glide slope 5,500 feet, 148. Would it be legal to come in here? Probably not. There is a landing app. I'm not going to use it because I don't want to know. So we're going to be at 250 when we get up to Isnox. 250. We've got about 25 miles to go. And I'll give it a shot. I'll try to put in in profile. See how it does. You go down the box. I'm going to put in tack mode, cruise, 250. See if we can get this thing into profile. 250. So when I go here, you guys all saw it. I should be able to go profile. It should slow to 250. There we go. See how it works.
Avion guide 515, contact approach 120.7. Buona tarde, adios.
120.7, buenas tardes, Avianca 8515. Pardon my Spanish, guys. I know I butchered the language. And he said that it was 120.7. 7. Approach Avianca 8515 at 18,000 information. Oscar.
Avion guide 515, approach Buenos Dias, descend 16,000 feet, QNH is 1018, and you are cleared par and P approach runway 26.
Descend to 16,000 feet, QNH 1018, we'll clear the RMP 26 for Avianca 8515. Guys, you know what? Where is the top of descent on this thing? I guess I better go down. We'll go down and get it reset up at 16. See if we can get this thing down and set it back up at 16. Normally, you could go an immediate descent and get it going, but I'm going to get down. I'm going to get the box set up for start at 16 because it didn't work before doing this. Pressing it twice, put in 16. And when we get down there, I'll try to get it back into profile. So we're going to be at 250 between 15 and 18 down there. Yeah, so last time, 2 times ago, I went down to 16. I didn't put 16 because it should intercept the profile. Didn't. And then the next time, I did go down to, like I said, I'm just going to stay at 18 and try it. It still didn't know. So I'm hoping by coming in over Donby, when I did it in the MD-11, it did a good job over Isnox, but it really nailed it coming over Donby. So I'm thinking maybe it's a little easier logic on the airplane. So I'm going to give it a shot. Let's go outside, take a look. So there we go. We're at 250. Is the throttles coming up? Yep, they're coming up. 250, 16. Everything's happy. And we've got our approach speed, to make sure that the tack mode is still 250, 250. Yep. So I'm going to go in. I'm going to try profile again. All right, profile. And there we go. And now they cleared us for the whole approach. So technically, right, I can go all the way down to our minimums, which are 4,800. Go down to 47. What is it again? 4780. 4780. So 4800. All right, see how it does. We'll see if it actually starts the descent when it intercepts. You can tell by my voice that I'm a little bit discouraged with the VNAV on this, the profile, and I'm completely open to that it was me that did everything wrong, but we'll see. If you take a look on the prog on the here, you should be able to see where the descent is. It's not there yet. And if you go to tack mode, it should say immediate descent. Doesn't do that either, and you can't change the pages. All right, so Perry at 210, and there it goes. It is slowing to, is it slowing to 210? Nope, it's not. So we got a problem here. It's supposed to be at 210 here. Is that true? 230. All right, so it's not working, guys. It has no idea where it is. And 15, above 15 there. So let's just go level, vertical speed. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not impressed. And why is this? Look at this. The speed's not even working. There it goes. And above 15 here. All right, there's above 15. And the next is here, 210. So we go slow down to 210. We're past that point. Slow to 210. Get some slats out to help us. What altitude does it think we should be at this next point? 809. It thinks we should be. Yeah. Here it is up here, guys. See the vertical deave? 1,000 below. We'll try to get in profile when we get there. Give it a shot. It does say 210. Up to Domby, then back around. Big snaking pattern. I'm hoping I can maybe get it back into profile. But look at that. There's 210. Maybe I'll go tack mode. 210. Like that. And when the profile comes down, which should be down here at 1,000 feet, I'll try to get it back into profile. Otherwise, I'll just fly it manually. It's ridiculous. 210 all the way around, so it's a 210 knot with slots out. Nav is doing good. Put in a net. Put in 15. Give it a fighting chance to start over again. And 210. There's the top of descent right there. So we got 210 set. We're starting it at 15. We'll see if we can catch up with it here when the profile comes down. We're not giving up. We've met all the altitude restrictions so far. And here, it's between 12 and 13. We'll start down there, and we're supposed to be at 210, which we are. So should work. Get it into profile here. If not, we'll just follow the glide path guidance, the vertical track indicator. Seatbelt sign. Flight attendants prepare for landing. 10,000 AFL is really back right about in here because we're at 4,400 field elevation. We're 14.9. So I expect to get the profile coming back in view here as this comes down. We shall see. Yeah, reprogram the box for starting it at 15. We're at the at or aboves here. No, we're a little below, but that doesn't matter. We're in the block. Come on, we're gonna get it.
Avianca 8515, contact tower 118.7. Adios.
18.7, adios, Avianca 8515. All right, so here we go. We'll start down, guys. We need to be below 13 in there, so it's a little bit steeper than this, right? Tower Avianca 8515 out of 15 for on the approach.
Avianca 8515, tower, buenos dias. Continue approach. We have one departing traffic ahead of you. I'll call you back for landing clearance.
Continue approach, Avianca 8515. We're going to need to get below 13 by 9:01. There's the profile there. It's jumping all over the place here. When it finally came in, we were past it. Here it comes. We'll see if we can get on it, guys. We've got 210 programmed. Right there it is, right there. Let's try it. Nah, it doesn't want to do it. So now we need to come up here. Rigs medium. We got 210 still in here, right? So that's good. We'll just kind of gradually come up to the glide path there. Yeah, in other airplanes, you're able to, once you're on it, reestablish yourself. 240 to go. It's coming down nicely. We're supposed to be above 11, above 9 at 806, above 8 at Donby, and 210 knots. So there it is right there. Go down a little on the vertical speed. See what holds it. 210 all the way around. It's going to be a tight turn here. This Donby transition. Above 8 and 210. Let's see. Maybe a little less. Says we're 90 feet below, so I'm going to try 800 feet per minute. I don't know what you guys think. The slat's extended right now. All right. Yeah, I don't like this. You know, it's illegal, so as far as a demonstration goes, you know, am I ever going to use this for you guys? I don't know. Let's go up and get that real close to the glide path. Now, 800 feet seems to be going below it. Remember, we got to be above 8 here at Donby. That's no problem. We'll be at 11. That's a pretty big turn it's got to do there, isn't it? See how it does. All right, and start down a little more. The glide path getting a little above it now. Here's the big turn. What if you can see the field out there? There it is. Eventually, we'll be back. Don't wait up. All right, since we were away, let's see, getting a little above. So I'll go down a little more. Still 210, 190 at 915, which is way up here, so we're good. We can start slowing back, see if we can get it back there. for inside that point. And I'll go flaps 15. Doesn't want to do it, does it? Out of 10, we dinged. We're only 6,000 feet above the ground. 190 all the way up here at 915, but I'll help it get back there. And we're getting a little below the path, so I'm going to bring this up a little. What I'm doing is I'm trusting that this vertical guidance is correct. I don't know. Here's final. Is it going to, should we activate a 3-degree glide path? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't think so. Spoilers are on. All right, there's 210. We're going to be 190 at the next point. We're good. Yeah, it ain't perfect, but we'll see how this goes, guys. We've got to go around, by the way. It's going around TOGA. Probably won't work. Flaps 15, positive rate gear up, set Miss Pro's L2, which is 9,000. And at 400 feet, go nav, 1,000 feet above the ground, and start cleaning it up. Truth is, I'm just probably going to do it all hand flying, because it did it last couple of times. It did not have any idea where it was, so I just had to kind of use the map. Here we go. Staying close to that profile right there. What's this? Let me see if I can get this to the 190. There we go. Need to go down a little more. By 917 it says 160. I'm going to slow it down now. I'm going to get the gear down. That's a max speed. I'm going to bring it all the way back.
8515, wind 260 at 17 knots, runway 26, clear to land.
Clear to land, 26 Avianca, 8515. Clear to land, God bless us. Try to maintain that glide path. Down here, the VTI. Bringing the speed back. Below 180, you can go flaps 30-40. For landing checklist. Do it at 135, all right? 132 is the speed. Staying close. What could go wrong? All right, that's final. We'll say 3-degree glide path. Try that out. Vertical speed. It says plus there. Nah, don't want to do that. All right, guys, so maybe what I'll do here, I don't know about this. Just kind of diving towards the ground. Gears down, flaps down, spoilers on, water brakes are medium. I don't know about this. Seems like it's getting a little bit low for my taste. It says we're above it. There, it's coming in now. There it is. Okay. Okay, autopilot's off. And we're going to just hand fly it around. And auto throttles are off too. See if we can guide us around to the runway here. At 60, or at this altitude, probably more like 70%. I was following the glide path, the vertical deviation, autopilot, auto throttles are off. Yeah, see how low it is? It's saying, there it is up here, guys. That's the runway. There's trees right off the approach end. Yeah, I don't know about this. 6,200 feet. I don't hear them sending anybody out. I've never had to do anything but go around in the MD-11 and the other one. So it looks like we're going to be able to land this time. All right, let's do it. Remember, we'll put it down, get it stopped. Turn the flight directors off. Yeah, don't hit the tree right above it. Right there. Get it down. Reverse. $80 knots coming out of reverse. Turn around at the end. I don't know. Kind of crazy, isn't it?
Avianca 8515, backtrack is approved, taxi gate 1 via Alpha.
Backtrack approved, taxi via gate 1 via Alpha, Avianca 8515. I think I'm going to post this video with a caption. What am I doing wrong? You know? What was that? Oh, brake fans. They're on. Oh, you know what? They're still in reverse. Been having trouble getting it out of reverse, guys.
Hi guys, JP, well done. You made it safe here to Pereira. Very nice approach, RMPAR. So I guess you had the authorization by your airlines to fly it. I hope you enjoyed. Maybe you had to go around, maybe the runway was clear on your first attempt. So this is as well completely random, so maybe if you fly it again, you might have the other option. As always, stay safe, and I would be very pleased to get your comment in the Discord channel. Thank you guys, see you next time.
Thank you, JP. Yeah, the first 3 times I came in, MD-11 and then TFDI MD-11, this thing twice, I had the go-rounds. It's, I'm going to publish it. I need help on these things because I'm going to do my after landing checklist, guys. That just gets the flaps up, gear up, peps up, spoilers down. Did all that. We'll get the lights here in a minute. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing wrong on these VNavs. I can't get that profile to couple. You know, I don't think it's very accurate. I'm basically having to fly it in vertical speed. I don't know. You guys tell me. Could appreciate the help. We're going to have about a little over an hour video. I'll timestamp it and we'll see if we can figure it out. All right. Here's Alpha. Go to gate 1. APU is started. That was from lights were all off, strobes were off, load was off, and that's all good. Okay, so go on in here. Gate 1's all the way down at the end. Brake temps are high. We know about that. Every landing, but especially that one. I mean, we're on the short runway. That one might be legit. Hey, look at that American Airlines. What is that? A DC-3 or DC-6? That's cool. I've used GSX, but it's not going to give us anything. Gate 1 is on the other side of the sky. There are some trucks there. We'll see if they move. When I did it in the MD-11, they didn't move, so I ended up parking like up in here, just giving up on it. But I'm going to go in here and give it a shot. American Airlines DC-6, very cool. Did some videos on that. These guys are not going to cooperate and get out of our way, are they? Have enough room with this guy? Barely. Avianca flight 8515. So, yeah, we didn't get TOGA. We didn't get profile. We did get in the first one. We didn't have to do the go-around, which is nice. That adds a half an hour to the flight. I don't know. Said the MD-11 was able to do it, so I'm going to have to say IniBuilds needs to probably work on their VNav guidance. Naturally, we'd have them move the equipment. I got a little gate guy there. On over. Done a better park job, but all right, he's stopping us here. I'm going to bring up a little more. It's a big airplane. I probably need to pull it up a little more. How about in there? Brakes are parked. Let's go to the overhead. Yeah, I don't know, guys. Seatbelt sign is off. Run the shutdown checklist. Overhead, as the fuel pump's all coming off, window heat's off, PROF heat's off, APU air is established, RU's are coming off. Sure the beacon's off. Beacon is all off. Strobes are off. Seatbelt sign's off. We'll turn off the auto throttles. Get GSX.
This parking is too small for your aircraft.
reposition aircraft. Let's see if this is our correct gate. We're just near the current gate. Not bad. Not bad. Do this.
This parking is too small for your aircraft. The boarding
Say that
requested.
again. I don't know, guys. I don't know. What am I doing wrong on these profiles? You guys can tell me, let me know. I will tell you that the real airplane, it didn't work real well.
Passengers, the boarding started.
Are they coming? Okay, I give up. So anyway, where do we come in on 2-6? Look at these trees, guys. Diving on in there. Should I publish it? Probably not. There's too many mistakes. Just for not getting TOGA, it wouldn't capture altitudes with the autopilot on. The profile, forget about it. Forget about it. I mean, I don't know, guys. I'm not impressed. I gotta, before I criticize the airplane, I think I might go do another profile somewhere else, because maybe it's just the way this one's set up on FSiPanel. I don't know. Take it easy. Father Time.